Simon Dent is taking on an incredible challenge.
Running from the first to the third Lions test.
To raise money for Delalio Rugby Works.
He needs your support every step of the way.
Every mile he runs is helping raise vital funds.
So get behind him.
Get behind him.
Donate, share and cheer him along.
Let's show Simon the power of the pride.
It's fair to say our studio guest this morning has a busy schedule over the next few weeks.
Yeah, you could say that. Welcome to Simon Dent. He's going to be running 1,000 kilometres, so that is about 620 miles from Brisbane to Sydney, and it is all for a very worthwhile cause. Simon, tell us more about it.
Yeah, well, where do we start? Well, thanks for having me in. So I'm fundraising for Delalio Rugby Works and the Lions Trust. And yeah, we're trying to raise as much money as possible. I put my hand up and said that I would like to contribute to the cause by running from the first to the third test matches. We're an official charity of the Lions Tour, so we've had the full backing of the Lions and some of their partners. So yeah, I'm on my way to the airport, popped in to see you guys, and yeah, I'll be in Brisbane Wednesday night and setting off Saturday morning.
Well, we're glad you've come in. How's training been so far? And how far will you have to go each day? How far will you have to run?
Yeah, so training's been great. I mean, I've had a coach since probably January time.
Oh, wow.
I've done quite a bit of running in the past. I mean, I'm not a sort of season run. I've been running for about 8 years, and this is by far the longest and craziest thing I've ever done.
It would be strange if it wasn't.
Yeah, quite. Yeah, so it's feeling quite real now. But yeah, training's been going really well, and when I'm out there, I'll be running around 70 kilometres a day. So that should get me into Sydney late on the day of the final test. So, I mean, the margins are quite tight. You know, don't hold me to that. There's going to be things happening on the way.
It's
but
on
yeah,
record now.
That's the plan. That is the plan.
Yeah, I mean, here we are, finally in Brisbane, which is great. It's been probably a year really of planning. Zena, Rachel, Lawrence, myself pretty much came up with the idea 12 months ago. So there's been a lot of planning. There's been a lot of hard work put in from a lot of people. And to be here at Suncorp, where we're starting on Saturday, is it's pretty crazy. I'm happy to say that I'm not as nervous. It's funny, on the flight over, I did have sort of quite a lot of nerves, and even before I left the UK I did as well. But now I'm actually here, I'm just genuinely excited to get going. This is by far the biggest challenge I've ever taken on, and probably ever will take on, if I'm brutally honest. 50 next year, so as much as I look after myself, there's still a part of me that knows that there will come a tipping point and we may be reaching it after this, who knows. I'm quite lucky to have a positive outlook on life and a really short memory, which kind of means that you end up doing crazy shit like this. So yeah, 4 or 5 days into this, I'm sure the memory will be switching back on to how much it hurts, but we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. But I'm chuffed to be here. It's amazing. When I was in my mid-20s in London, and I'd just failed at being a lawyer, I actually was a bit lost, to be honest, and I developed a load of bad habits, and interestingly, really developed friendships with a lot of professional rugby players. Lawrence's team, Wasps team, was 2002 to 2005, became good mates. I lived with Martin Afire, who was playing for the club at the time. He was good mates with Sean Edwards, Lawrence, Joe Worsley, Josh Lucy, Johnny Barrett, all these guys. So I'm friends to this day, and they used to call themselves a collection of waifs and strays, and the club really took me in. And to be brutally honest, at the time, you know, I didn't grow up as a rugby fan. I'm a football man myself, but they took me in as one of them. And you know, I travelled to Wasps on the team bus. I travelled back with them. I'd socialise with them. I lived with them. I partied with them. And it's really funny that, you know, I do think that Wasp side and that era, rugby did sort of save me. And I think moving on to what the charity do, absolutely the values and morals and ethics that rugby puts into people. I witnessed that firsthand by that group, that team taking me into one of their own and sort of showing me a different way. And in answer to your question, what rugby does for me, like, I think rugby, without being too dramatic, really, the environment of rugby sort of put my life in a different trajectory. A big part of getting through this whole challenge is having downtime. There's no way that myself and even you guys, the team with me, there's no way we can sit in the intensity zone for 2 weeks. We'll go mad. So we have to allow ourselves, time for a laugh, good times. Like, that's what we're doing here, right? We're all sharing a life experience. So let's not take ourselves too seriously.
Mentally as well and physically.
Yeah, weirdly mentally I'm okay now. And on the plane was a bit weird. I had my first doubts the whole thing, which is quite strange, but only natural, I guess.
Yeah, absolutely. So you're landing in Sydney?
We get to Sydney on hopefully Sunday the 3rd of August.
Okay.
Yeah. Tired over the last week, but we think there was a slight strain caused by doing some hill reps and my glute hadn't fired up properly.
Right.
But apart from that, no other issues at all, really.
Okay. Mostly right sided?
Yes,
right.
only ever right sided.
Okay, I'm just going to have a little look
Yeah.
at the more normal side.
And Johnny, you're talking about the accessibility of the sport and what it's been for you, and you've done things like this before. What can you share on that, and what can Simon prepare for as he's going to something like this?
I mean, 1,000 kilometres is 1,000 kilometres, very, very far away. I did the same sort of distance last year, and I can say he's in for an absolute treat. It's fantastic. It's life changing. You're pushing yourself to the absolute limit, covering up to 2 marathons a day. It really does push you to the absolute limit, but also it asks a lot of you. And doing it in such a special place, special occasion, special charity. Between the Lions tests, starting here in Brisbane, all the way down to Sydney, it really, really is something special to do. And it's honour to be a part of it in a small way, to be here for the shakeout run, and to be at the finish line in 2 weeks' time. Obviously, I'm gonna have a very different experience the next 2 weeks. I'm going to all the test matches.
Should we swap?
No, it's all right. You're fine there. But no, it's a pleasure and a privilege to be involved and to see this man off.
Come on, let's just do it. Let's get it. Go. Let's get it. Let's go. Let's get it. Let's get it.
Yeah, I'm going straight into the pub.
Oh, yeah.
I've got the... Before I set off, I'd like to acknowledge Aboriginal and Torres Strait Island peoples as the first Australians and recognise their connection with the land I'll be running across over the coming weeks. I would specifically like to acknowledge the Yugera and Turrbal peoples as the traditional custodians of the land which I am standing today. I pay my respects to the elders past, present and emerging.
There we go.
That should be the warm-up.
It should actually.
Starting to see why Simon's a runner, not a rugby player.
It's oh!
Getting you warmed up.
There we go.
We're gonna get. Well,
Oh, quite good. Eh? Where did you play, Simon?
I didn't really.
At all?
If I did, I would sort of been like a glory void, like half.
Oh, you know.
No, start. Good luck, man. Cheers, dude. See you in a few hours.
Yeah.
Take it easy.
Day one done, 10 to 3, so probably a bit quicker than we thought, but we didn't have a half an hour break for lunch and I didn't really walk the first half hour, so probably about right. Got quite hot, so probably a bit burnt, but thankfully the weather looks like it's gonna be okay for the next few days, a bit cooler. But no, overall feeling good. The duck took ages to warm up, probably took 3 hours to warm up. So I need to do some work on that tonight. But apart from that, all good. Happy. Morning of day 2, 25 past 5. Yeah, straight into Surfers Paradise, sort of Gold Coast, and then it looks like a very nice, I guess 20 miles or so just down the coast, pretty much close to Beach Road, so looking forward to it. A little bit warmer than Brisbane, so that's quite nice, and in honour of being in Queensland, I thought I'd wear my GB RL top. Let's see how that goes down with the locals, but check in later.
What you do to me is in confliction, a straight contradiction with my mind. Guilty pleasure has a bitter taste. In the end, my friend, are you sure you wanna fight? Ooh, has got that time, not me.
Yeah, that's yeah, it's funny. It's a bit frustrating that route is on the inland road, not the beach. I was like, every crossroads, I see the beach. I'm like, no.
Some say I'm unwell, but I don't care. Oh, I swear. Disagree.
27 miles in, just getting into Byron Bay. A little bit slower than yesterday, but nonetheless good pace. Roads have been a bit busy, which is just a bit of it's not a great running experience, but we knew this was going to be the case, so just got to roll with it. Keep your wits about you. The drivers are pretty good, to be honest. But yeah. day 3 done. Long day. It's about 5:30 now. And we've set off at 5:30 this morning, so that's probably a bit longer than hoped. But that's the way it goes sometimes. Get into the motel, get in the pool, start recovery, and then eat and get feet up. Tim Lopez just crushed his first ultra, which is brilliant. And Super Rob, just behind me, what a star he's been. But yeah, good day.
You are ready for the beach party, man?
Start day 4. Rob and I just heading down to the seafront at Lennox Head, and we are heading to Woodburn. So 68k today. 68 today. No rain. Hear the sea. Let's see how we get on. Day 6, feeling fairly well rested. Got about 7 hours kip last night, which is good. Heading back through Grafton, and can't even remember the name of the destination, but it's a 44-mile day, so we'll check in when the sun comes up. About 9-10 miles in. Beautiful river in Grafton. Just crossing the footbridge. Have a bit of pain in my front right quad. Obviously, before I came out, I had some adductor issues in my right leg, so just trying to manage it. Got my poles out, got support on my knee. We're just checking out any local physio options. Obviously, only 8 AM, so pretty early, but yeah, it'd be good to get someone to look at it, because at the moment I'm moving pretty slowly. But that's okay, because this is beautiful, and this is all an absolute privilege. Good to be here. Bit of emergency sports physio in Grafton. Well done, James, for sorting. Here we go. Right. Sports physio done in Grafton. No major damage. Slight quad strain, probably caused by just this morning. It was very cold. It's actually very warm here now, but yeah, very cold this morning, and a little bit of strain, but all good. Had a massage. I am going to walk the rest of today though, which is a bit of a pain, but it's got to be done. See where we get to, and we're going to have some miles to make up in the coming days, but that's the way it goes. So yeah, crack on. 18 miles into day 6. We're walking, managing the pain. Still painful, but we're 18 miles in. That's all that matters. Just got to think about the next few days and what the strategy now is. Not getting too negative about it, as we've already done 18 miles of walking. Just got to bar up, haven't I? Let's face it. So here we are, day 6, 3:30, probably about 43 k's in. Been walking all day. The race has started, I think. Pain, left ankle, right quad, but this is always going to happen, and it was always going to be painful. So an amazing first 6 days, but it's time to bite down now, and let's see what I've got. That is the nature of a multi-day endurance event. So just got to suck it up and see what happens. I'll do my best, that's for sure.
Solid though.
The long run, which is became the long walk. Let's go. Sun is up. Beautiful countryside, beautiful. About 4 miles in, tracking quite slowly. A bit of pain, but that's to be expected. Yeah, just got to keep moving really. Probably going to see James in a couple of hours. He's done a brilliant job, and actually I'm quite happy for him because my silver lining to my reduced pace means he gets a bit more of a civilised trip. So he's not trying to find me. He knows exactly where I am now because I'm moving so slowly. And also a big shout to Rob Graham, aka producer Rob, who was just absolutely unbelievable for 3 days. His first ultras, but just properly just nailed it. I just cannot wait to run with him again in the future. Apologies now, Graham family, but he's been converted. Day 7, it's 10:30 in the morning, been going for 5 hours. It's lunchtime for us. Yeah, we've got a couple of issues. We've obviously got the knee, quad strain, but managing that, and obviously using the poles now, walking fast, running. And then I'm a bit more concerned with my left ankle. I don't want to self-diagnose, but it's what I imagine a sort of stress fracture to feel like, or shin splints maybe, or even just bad bruising. But yeah, just managing it, painkillers, paracetamol, ibuprofen, and a bit of massage now. But yeah, apart from that, feeling good. Want to crunch through another 5 hours today. Get to Coffs Harbour. We're losing time, but we're not losing our positive outlook on things. So yeah, let's crack on. I'm back, baby. I'm running. It's a form of running, but I'm running. Come on. I'm back. Day 7 done. Whew. I think that'll go down as one of my favourite, proudest day running. Massive team effort from James, Coach Joe, Bobby, Dale. Yeah, wow. I took some pretty big blows yesterday, and even this morning when I woke up I couldn't move, but as a group we just ground that out. We're still a bit behind, but I think I managed about 45k today, and the most important thing is by the end of the day I was negative splitting, so that was I was running again, so back in the game. Thank you for all the support. It's very humbling, and I'm almost, yeah, it's just so kind, and yeah, thanks to my team and to everyone. Day 8, just outside north of Coffs Harbour, heading to Nambucca Heads. A lot warmer today. We're heading down towards the beach, which is nice. But yeah, Nambucca Heads tonight, and then second test on telly. Can't wait. So, end of day 8. Managed 20 miles this morning, and the pain was not going away. In fact, the pain got a lot worse, and so we made the call to visit a local hospital, and quickly after the X-ray, we told that we've got a fractured tibia. So yeah, the run is over. We continue. We were due to be finishing the run here. Obviously, it's now 3 days since I pulled up with a broken shin bone. Yeah, I'm kind of not. I'm not downbeat. I'm actually. I'm proud of what we've all achieved. Not just myself running, but obviously the team around me, the fundraising. I'm incredibly proud. I feel like, you know, just shy of 500 kilometers in 8 days is pretty wild. And actually, probably for the first time in my endurance life, I feel like I might be getting close to my limit. And, you know, I think a broken bone from the compounding impact of running shows me that. So really, that's quite interesting and quite exciting, as strange that might sound. I am disappointed that we haven't had the finish line moment, but actually we achieved so much in the first 8 days that yeah, I'm not too downbeat. Yeah, so day 5 was actually probably one of the best days of running I've ever had. I remember sending a voice note to my wife, a little video saying I'm in this amazing rainforest, I've reached flow state, I'm happy. There's a brilliant ocean colour scene track on, and I was, yeah, and even when I finished that day, I think I said to James that that was one of the best days I've ever had. Woke up the next day, it was very cold where we started, and within 5 minutes, both shins were hurting, and my quad was hurting, my right quad. So we very quickly made a decision to go to physio, but only for my quad. And then, as that day then developed, the shin started to get sore, and then yeah, the next couple of days, the left shin pain became pretty unbearable to the extent that we tried all sorts of things. We tried the massage gun on it, we tried massaging it, tried rolling it, stretching it, but by late morning on day 8, at about 480k, I could see it going black, and the pain, I was starting to get like dizzy spells, and so I was like, I called James and said, look, I think we should go to hospital. And then, yeah, pretty quickly, brilliant hospital in Maxville. Really great. I mean, straight in, X-ray, bang, doctor, bang. And they were like, wow, you've got to stop running immediately. You know, you just let break. And yeah, crutches, boots, painkillers. And I was out of there within an hour and the run was over. I just think the whole experience, from probably meeting G2J a year ago, sitting down with some of the brands that sponsored me a year ago, the charity, you know, the wider team, and the planning and putting it all together has been a really valuable experience. Shining a light on the work the charity do. Obviously the fundraising is important, the money is important to charity, but then yeah, the execution itself, and I think it's testament to the time and the effort everyone's put in and the planning that you can achieve great things. Like, there's no way I do this by myself. It would have been impossible. So I think it's not a learning. I think it just reinforces that the community and team is so important around events like this, that it's also just great to have it to share with people. Like, with all you guys, the first 8 days, you know, you were dipping in and out. It wouldn't have been half as enjoyable if I was doing it by myself. In fact, it would have been terrible. So, yeah, that I think that's really good to sort of remind myself that this sort of thing is so good when it's done in a team. So look, we are in the grounds of Cranbrook School, who are one of the amazing partners we've had. I mean, they've done all sorts of fundraising for us over the last month through their rugby club. And big shout to Matt and Laura for helping with that. We've raised actually over £20,000 now through our sponsors, through donations on Just Giving, through events, through schools like Cranbrook. So Yeah, we've raised a lot of money, so we're incredibly proud of that. We will keep the fundraising over for a bit longer, but yeah, it's been great. It's been a great journey. We didn't get to Sydney, but we got halfway, and we can all hope hold our heads held high because it's been quite a wild ride.
Fear none, gotta stand tall too many times. Bust down a new Jacob, just too many diamonds. Like fuck it, what you gonna do, baby? You too damn fine. Let's run it up. They don't wanna see us in the playoff. They don't wanna see us in the playoff. They don't wanna see us in the playoffs. They don't wanna see us in the playoff. I could see y'all play out. Y'all boys gonna lose it, ain't no doubt. Can't use my name for no more clout. If y'all wanna win, just follow my route. Shorty rolling, shorty tryna get it rolling. Young and grinding, he gon' get it. Put them peas up in the stoley. He gon' drive 1,000 miles till his pockets keep on growing. I be skating all the ice on my neck like a goalie. When she with you, yeah, shorty, she pursuing me. Would hate if I was you, yeah. We the best to do it, baby. We the best to do it, huh? We the best to do it, baby. Got a hat trick, that 3 shorties on the daily. My mind gone, I just crashed a new Mercedes. Took a picture with a bitch, now the whole thing she famous. It's bye bye, little